Hello and welcome to another free code session. My name is Jason Bach and I'm going to be doing this rocks bug fix and continue trying to solve it. So I put a list of things I need to do, which is we need to have a custom attribute provider extension type. If I don't already have that, which I don't. Okay, so that is not what I wanted. What the heck did I just do? It has been very long since I added, there we go, that's what I was looking for. Because I've actually done some code and I'm forgetting some things. So, okay, extensions. It's amazing that if I don't code in a while, on the one hand, it's a good thing. You know, it's nice to have a break, but on the other hand, it's not so nice. Okay, so I think this is basically get attributes, except we don't do, if I remember right, same as that, except it takes, yeah, okay. So we put that in there. And I guess I can make an internal. That's something I've been debating is, well, would I just make this public? But it's not public because it doesn't need to be used by anything outside of it. So this is going to be some attributes provider. That, we don't need that. We do need the namespaces. So we're going to actually do this. We don't need the parameter info. Okay. And then, if I remember right, we have to look at this and say, what are we doing? Get custom attributes data. Okay. I thought, oh great, is this, it's a virtual method. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. So that, yeah, I completely misread this the first time. They don't have this in all the types, because why would they? And parameter info is not a member info, so, because a member info does implement this, but, well, so member info has this, but we have to keep this on here because that's really what we're looking for, is a list of custom attribute data, except we don't do that. Okay, that's fine. So we come back here. Now we have to be a little bit careful here because, go away, because this wants to be changed so we don't have the we don't have that logic within here. So what I'm inclined to do is copy this, paste that. Okay. And let's change this here. Okay. And now we just take this stuff out. Okay. We don't need that anymore. And so this Yeah. We don't need to do that anymore. That's problematic. Well, wait a minute. Is return that's only used down here. So maybe what we do is we put that back and we say bool is return false. And just because in the most cases it is going to be not a return thing. Okay. So that gets rid of that. So that actually gets that in. Okay, so now we can say that what we want to return is a string. So we can say, in this case, we're going to pull this out. For now, else. Okay. So, if not parameter is null, and parameter is out, and parameter is by ref. Okay, so that actually, yeah, because we would never add anything to the list. Yeah, okay. So, just trying to get this through my head. If I think that's true. Return string dot empty. So then we do all this. No, we don't do all this. We return this get attributes namespaces and is return. There. And then this all goes away. So what that gives us is a little bit more of a commonality of how to do get attributes off of a list of custom attribute data, I think. So now if I run on my test, I should get one failing, but it should be the one off of it should be the one off of the one that is the problematic one. And that would be okay-ish, because we got 4 failing, son of a gun. Yeah. But the advantage of unit tests strikes again, right? Really? Yeah, I know that. Just why not? Maybe the Boolean logic is actually reversed from what I'm thinking it should be. No, that's even worse. This is the problem. I've probably said this before. My understanding of Boolean logic just, for some reason, takes forever to get in my head. So, yeah. You wouldn't have called it because if it's not a nullable attribute, then you go through and do this. Okay? But you're first saying if the parameter is null. Okay, so let's, if the parameter is not null, and the parameter is an out, and the parameter type is by ref, if all those are true, so it's true and true and true, then a true comes out. The not of that is false. So then you would call that. Otherwise you return a string empty. So why in this case? This is one that once I eventually figure this out, I'm going to look back at this video and go, you idiot. But, you know, what is your problem? All right, let's back up a second. Make one method. What? Cannot specify default parameter value in conjunction with default parameter attribute or optional attribute. Okay. So, what did we actually generate? Well, that's not what I want, because that's not a location to a file, which, because I'm not generating a file, it doesn't, damn it. So I can't actually look at the code. Stop. We're going here. Do this. And you're going to tell me why this isn't working. The parameter is the A. Is it an out? Shouldn't be. Is it by ref? So we would actually generate it. Okay. The parameter is not null. It isn't. Is it an out? Let's go back to master. No, well... yeah, I do want to go back to master just briefly. Huh? No. What the? Yeah. Huh? That made no sense. Oh my God. That made no sense. I don't know what it was. This feels like a very convoluted way to do what I want to do. But, come on. What? What? What the? How? Oh my God. What is going on? Okay, I can type fine. Why is Visual Studio suddenly being stupid? Now, you can actually let me, like, move up and down with an arrow. Thank you. Holy God. Jeez. That was ridiculous. That was freaking ridiculous. Oh, yeah. Okay. Fine. Fine. What? Okay, all that goes away. Okay. All right. take that away. So, in the case of the optional arguments test, if I do this, okay, so we go through all the attribute data. What? Huh? I am so confused right now. Let attributes parameter get attributes. That calls this. Oh, yeah, duh. Sorry. That is the first one, which wouldn't have any. This is the B, which has one. Okay. So we don't do anything. Why don't we do anything? Oh, I see. I see. Yes. I was an idiot. This needs to come along for the ride up here. And it's none of these. So if not, and wait a minute. So wait a minute. God, I tell you, Boolean logic, I don't know why. It just throws me so badly. If it's not nullable attribute, and it's not one of these three. Okay, so now, let's come back here. Now we should only get one error. And that was 30 minutes of me just being an idiot. Or I'm still a moron? Well, I'm less of a moron, but I still got 3 failing. Okay, why? Let's, yes, no, rusty, I tell you. Okay. So what is the problem here? We're not getting the out? Why wouldn't we get the out? This only matters for the parameter. It doesn't, it's not applicable to everything. Okay. What? I don't... Holy crap. You all go away. You don't have the train. That was a whole bunch of time for absolutely nothing. because I'm no better off than where I was before. Oh my God. I feel like this is an episode that I feel like I should just trash completely because I have done nothing constructive at all. I'm back to square one. I'm even farther back because I can't do this stuff here. I thought, oh, this is just, I can pull it out and I can get the list of attribute data everywhere. But I can't because this twisted thing with parameters and what it needs to do with the parameter. The thing, let's just try this. Let's just try this. Let's just try, because trying is half the battle. Func of custom attribute data, bool, verify. What don't you like about that? It will be. There. Okay, so that takes care of that part. Now here, what we say is we have a func of custom attribute data, bool, verify, which equals, Jesus, this logic, what was I doing? What was I doing? What was I even thinking with this? This is seriously stupid. And now you don't know what this is. Oh, because yes, you have to pass in verify. And we just do that all the time, no matter what. In this case, oh God. Well, that was painful. That was completely and utterly painful. Yikes. Oh my goodness. Oh my goody goodness. So, tune in next time, folks, where intrepid, idiotic developer doesn't do this kind of stupidity. Okay. Return this dot get attributes, where we pass in namespaces. We pass in a data, which always returns true. And we pass in, not parameter info, we don't do anything because we don't need this. Well, wait a minute, no. We do. Okay, and now you're going to tell me, yep. There we go. So now you can pass in that. You can give the namespace and you say it as a return. And in that case, if you don't care about verifying, like the parameter info needs, you can just say it's always going to be true. And the case where you do this. Wow, what a mess. What a mess. But this now will allow us to do this for property infos, and there was one other case. Was it methods? I don't remember. Because I think we realized with methods it wasn't actually being change parameter for blah blah blah. Yeah, we just did that. We just did that. Pass in the attributes. Not for return, but the return values. We also need to get the list of attributes, not just obsolete attributes. Right. So we should still have 6 failing, I think, because that part wasn't actually in the method return. I think we weren't actually getting the attributes, if I remember right. Let's see if we're still at 6. Yep, we're still at 6. Parameter blah must have a non-null value. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Okay. So if we come back here, I don't know why when I switched the branch it got really confused. Restructured. Yeah, attributes. Okay, so what have we done? We've actually sort of done this. And then we change this, sort of. So now we need to pass in the attribute list for property declarations, and we need to also for method return values. We also need to get the list of attributes, not just obsolete attribute. Yeah, that's right. I think we pass in attributes, but that, yeah, that might not be as hard as I think. We'll see. I may have to do this a little bit later today and take some time like over lunch or something to keep working on this, because one day was not good. I already missed a lot in my head, and yeah. Now this one, this should fix the first 2 issues. This should fix the final 4 issues there. Okay. All right. So hopefully this went a little bit longer, but I will try to remember to trim it down in editing and get rid of a bunch of pauses and my frustration, because yeah, this again was showing a couple things. One, if you don't exercise the programming muscles, or at least I lose them rather quickly, and it's something that I have to do on a day-to-day basis. Tests, I don't know how hard I can stress this, that if you have good tests in place, that you can do all the stuff I just did and at least know when you broke something and help that steer you to fixing what you just did. And it did actually get me to a better spot. So that's good. And yeah, I'm doing I think I said a workshop for when I record this. It would have already been done when I publish it, but doing a workshop on testing, and that is something that I can't emphasize hard enough. You have to have good tests. You have to have that in place, because then this would have taken so much longer to figure out, I think, what the problem was. So yeah, a little bit of a frustrating note, but also I think I learned a couple things. So next episode, I will continue to move on, and hopefully we can get rid of these bugs and then actually start doing some cool stuff with source generators. So thank you all very much for watching. Leave comments and questions below. See you in the next episode.